welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. So for today's video, again, we are back with another tiny home. So I have definitely been really inspired to do more of these tiny homes. You guys know I already have a bunch of them, but now that we actually have the tiny residential lot tray, just kind of makes it a little bit funner trying to play around with like all of the different tiers of the homes. Definitely make sure to let me know, you guys, what is your favorite tier of all three. I think there's like the 35, 64, and 100. So this one is exactly 100. I tried so hard to make sure that we did stay within the 100 square because I was definitely determined to make this tiny home into those proportions. Now I did kind of do a little bit of a trick in the backyard because we did completely run out of like space when it comes to tiles. So I actually wasn't able to add a balcony for the back. So I ended up just putting tiles on the ground, and I think it still looks really super cute as well. And just kind of trying to play around with the terrain, like the terrain tools when it comes to like making hills and mountains, because I don't know, usually I end up just like leaving it and I don't play around with it too much just because it can be a little bit intimidating to actually get like some of those mountain homes. Like I said, I haven't really played around with it, but I do kind of like making the homes that are like on a slight little hill. And this one ended up turning out to be super cute because you actually have like your stairs that you can walk up on. And then you get like the main level of the home. I think if you was to place this over in the actual where like the universities are, and there's like those two little homes that are side by side that you have to like walk up the stairs, I think this would really fit within that little like scene as well. Now you guys are gonna see this definitely was a struggle trying to like get the dimensions down, and the whole entire home in the back ended up like taking on its own little shape just because it, like I said, it just was such a struggle trying to get that down. And I wanted to make sure that we did have a really nice like upstairs, because I did want to make sure that we could have like 8 Sims or like a really nice big family in a tiny home. For this one, that was like my whole entire goal. And we ended up getting a 1 full-size bathroom and 3 really decent size bedrooms. We also have like kitchen, a little eating nook, and also a very spacious living room. You guys, I have no idea how we was able to manage a full-size bathroom and like a nice size living room. So the kitchen is probably one of like my favorite areas in the whole entire home, just because specifically you guys will see like the little nook when we get in there. But yeah, right here, you guys, I was like, how are we going to keep this at 100 tiles? It was such a struggle because, like I said, I was really trying to not take any space out of the upstairs. I kept kind of like knocking little corners from like the downstairs area because in my mind, I just kind of kept thinking about bedroom wise when it comes to upstairs. If we can keep like all of the bedrooms upstairs, side note, we do end up keeping 1 bedroom downstairs. But yeah, so that was kind of what my goal was as I was like trying to shrink it down just a little bit more, was like, oh my gosh, like I just kept thinking how puny the bedrooms were going to be. And surprisingly, 100 tiles, you guys, can be very challenging. If you're just kind of building like a 2-bedroom home, you have like more than enough space, but when you're trying to make this full for like a fully functioning family, it is definitely a struggle and a half. So kind of really had fun playing around with like the outside of this home as well, played around with like some new bricks, and kind of like brought in the old style of landscaping that I love to do with like all of the rocks. And I actually used a lot of base game things. I don't know, there's just certain base game items that I really love. And of course, you guys are gonna see this home flooded out with Parenthood and tiny living stuff. I just feel like when you use like the creamy colors and like the teal colors, pair that with like some of the Parenthood stuff, you guys, it actually matches like really adorably. So if you kind of wanted to make this a little bit more family friendly, I think there is still enough space in the backyard for like a swing set. I didn't think of that till I started like watching this like this speed edit, and I was like, oh my gosh, It would have been so cute to have like a little play area in the backyard, even though we really honestly don't have that much space. So I end up putting like a grill area. You guys will see it kind of just like doubles for like a little bit of entertaining. Now, one thing that I can say, I am so thankful that we can actually change the stairs to like the L shape and the U shape. It definitely comes in handy when it comes to making these like super teeny tiny homes. I actually did watch the little review that Lazy Game Reviews, LGR, he actually posted one. And I completely agree that when it comes to tiny living, we definitely should have got like some kind of update when it comes to stairs if they were steeper. Or of course, I feel like everybody has mentioned like ladders and bunk beds. Like that would just make making these tiny homes so much easier to do. I did, you guys will see, originally I tried to like put in one of the Murphy beds. And then I was like, what is the point? Because we still definitely needed to keep like 6 squares big. So there was like the 6 squares that I just wasn't going to be able to decorate. Kind of didn't make any sense. And I feel like if you do, to be honest, decorate with the Murphy beds, it kind of makes your home a little bit empty looking for the space, because you can't put any clutter by, like if you use the one that has like the little love seat sofa, you can't really put a coffee table or anything like that. So it kind of just makes it look a little bit emptier. I don't really know the best place to put them. I did use them actually in the home. If you guys seen the video I posted this weekend of like the little trailer home that was actually on wheels, I ended up using the Murphy bed in there. And that was kind of one of the things that I like noticed, was that it kind of made my home look a little bit empty. And as you guys know, I love the clutter. So one thing that I am definitely absolutely in love with is that like hanging wall terrarium of like the little planters. And even if you size them up like one extra size, they look so cute. And yes, so the kitchen is definitely very, very bright. I just kind of wanted it to look like, you know, a nice, cute family home. And we still have a place in here for pets. So if you guys only wanted to have like 7 Sims, but maybe you wanted to have like a cat or a dog, there is like a little pet door, or I think the one that we used was like the little cat door, like to go outside. And there is enough space if you wanted to switch that out for like the bigger one if you ended up having a dog. And then I did end up putting in like the food and water dish as well. So there is enough, like I said, there is 2 Sims in here. Now I think one of the updates changed it so that your Sims doesn't actually like skew over, because originally you was able to like put 1 Sim in a double bed. And then, oh, sorry, you guys. I always happens. I always forget to turn off my text messages. But yeah, so when you originally like would put your Sim in the bed, you would have them like skew over, and then you could have like your second Sim get in. But with like the last couple of updates, I don't know when it happened, but you're not able to do that. And I've actually seen a lot of people tweeting about this, but I don't know if there is a mod to fix it. But I actually still like putting my double beds up against the door. So if that doesn't work, you guys definitely switch out that like double bed for 2 singles and just put like that little side table in between them. And in like, oh my gosh, I seen that on Twitter as well. Somebody actually came up with that idea. That is not my idea, but if you take that little teddy bear chair and you put it in a bed, it just kind of looks like a really cute pillow decor. I wonder, I don't exactly know if I even have a picture of the name. I think I did retweet it over on Twitter. You guys should definitely make sure, shout out, to follow me over there. But what I ended up doing was making the like parents' bedroom downstairs with a nursery, just because I feel like if you have a baby, you really want to have that bassinet be like on the main area where your Sims always are, because I don't know about you guys, but I always find it to be a little bit hard to actually hear like the babies crying if you don't like have them where your Sims are. So if you wanted to like pull in another little like a bed for if you have like need more space for toddlers, just because it's really hard, like your children and teens can sleep in any bed, but when it comes to toddlers, like you really need space. So what you could do is actually like move the bassinet to like the kitchen or living room, even where like the little pet section downstairs, and there is still like a lot of empty space or like walking space up in the hallway. So you definitely could move the bassinet out and put in like another toddler bed if you needed even more space. Like I said, this is definitely a cramped little house, but I didn't really want to make it too cluttered that you really had to like worry about your Sims being able to like move around and walk. So upstairs we do have like a children or teens room. And this one is definitely inspired by like maybe you had twins, like a boy and a girl twin. So you guys can see that I used like the same wallpaper with 2 different colors and then kind of decorated each side as like their own personality. And we do have like the little computer desk over like in the kids' room, so they still can like work on projects, and if you needed to order anything, we still had that in here as well. Now, one thing I was a little bit frustrated about upstairs was like that little landing. So I ended up just putting planters and a curtain, and I think it actually is kind of cute over there. And then this has like the little bookshelf. So you guys can come over here and do reading, and the ottomans, those, like I said, are like probably still one of my favorite little like puff seats. You guys know I always love using like the little rounded ottomans and the square ones. So the fact that we have some new ones that are like those chunky knit looking ones, yeah, I love them. Yeah, you can see like the little doggy or cat door over in the corner. So I kind of kept going back and forth on like what kind of colors that I wanted to use in the living room. So what I ended up doing, I do take out the bookshelves and that little shelf just because I thought it looked a little bit too much, too cluttered, and I didn't really like how it looked. So I do go back in, delete all of that out, and just put in like the little television. So the good thing about this tiny home and using these like triple activity stands, that TV stand actually has not only a television, but you also can use that to read and also for dancing as well. So you are going to be able to like work on your skills and like bring up your dancing skill. And oh my gosh, you guys, these pictures, you guys have seen me use those pictures in like every single build. I kind of want to do like an apartment that is like cutesy colors and has like all of like the new cupcake pictures. Maybe even like a little cupcake store. Oh my gosh, let me know if you guys would like to see me do that. I feel like I don't really build that many community lots on my channel anymore, but I kind of miss doing like building stores, because even though it's really hard to own a store in The Sims 4, it's kind of full of glitches, but I actually do really love like using get to work. I actually do like the fact that we can like make our own stores and stuff. So we have finally made it to the backyard, and you guys will see this is kind of where you are able to cheat a little bit. And the only reason, like, I didn't cheat any bedrooms or anything like that, but I didn't really want to use terrain paint just because I wanted it to kind of like blend in with the front yard as well. So I ended up putting like this same backyard fencing with the flowers, but I kind of switched up a little bit because we have a really nice grill area. Now the only thing is, because the interior is like so tiny, I wasn't able to actually put in like a back door. So you guys will just have to like maybe make a pathway. Not make a pathway, your Sims will just like walk here. But I ended up doing like a grill. We have like a bicycle in the back, in the front, and even like some seating area. But there still is like some empty spots like on both sides if you wanted to maybe try to add in like a swing set or a slip and slide for like the summer, or even maybe like some beehives or gardens. I think those could actually look really cute. I am building this on the 20 by 20 lot that is over in, oh my gosh, it's on the island of Windenburg. It's like one of my favorite places to build, the little island over there. But you guys will actually be able to download this home, add it into your game. Just make sure, as always, to search for my username, KrystinMyrieXo. And of course, you guys will need to add those move objects. Yeah, I ended up kind of having to change this little pathway to go to the driveway. I feel like if you wanted to add a vehicle, the little like white minivan would look super adorable, but I literally just used that in the last build, so I kind of skipped it. But of course, make sure to give today's video a very big thumbs up, and hopefully I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye guys!